What's going on, guys? I'm going to be taking a look at this guy, Dr. Mike, and his review, his critiques of fitness influencers' diets, and yeah, this guy's like an absolute retard, so.
I don't want fucking egg whites. I want as many nutrients, not that bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, egg whites only have amino acids, certain proteins, which actually bind to proteases like enzymes, which help you absorb the proteins, so there's not really any nutrition in that.
And I don't really track anything.
Yeah, shouldn't track anything.
I'm learning so much.
You learn a lot at this one.
Yes.
Whatever's in this container of meat, I don't give a fuck. I'm eating the whole thing.
Someone looks at your body in the gym. Dude, you kind of look like shit. You're like, well, it's interesting. My philosophy is I don't give a fuck. Well, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, who'd you learn that from? The Tren twins. Well, how come they look great? It's not the Tren. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, like any of these bodybuilders, diets actually matter in the first place. He's kind of right.
Hey folks, Dr. Mike here for RP Strength. I've been a long-time professor of exercise and sports science. I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, as they say in Brazil. Brazilians, all love and respect, you're great. And what is it? Something to do with bodybuilding. That's right.
This guy's a fucking jester, just coping with his height. That's literally all he's doing. That's why he likes to gaze at well muscled, and yeah, he just makes a bunch of retarded gay jokes the whole videos, but yeah, let's see.
Right. And apparently, there are other fitness influencers and major fitness YouTubers than myself. I thought I was the only person. I thought that I invented YouTube, but my schizophrenia aside, let's examine some big name YouTubers' diets and see if we can't talk a little shit. Maybe even learn a teeny bit on the way. 3, 2, 1. YouTube fitness diet influencers. Let's get to it.
This is going to be the remainder of this gallon of whole milk. And then I've got a one of the 6-pack varieties of Krispy Kreme. So a normal one.
Yeah, that's really bad. Donuts are the worst thing you can ever eat, most likely. Literally just grains full of glyphosate with seed oils, cooked in seed oils with a bunch of sugar, drugs, and preservatives and so on. It's just absolutely horrible.
Jelly.
The whole milk, not bad, but if he's drinking heaps of that fucking milk, the pasteurized milk, he might have some gut issues.
Filled, you get the idea.
I think I mentioned one donut, and he's like, well, there's other ones too. Donut stuff.
I'll add up all the macros. I'll keep a count. Either up here or up here somewhere.
Got it. 29 grams of protein, 107 grams of fat, 243 grams of carbohydrate, 2,051 total calories. So,
100 grams of fat, that's all seed oils. Except maybe the milk. But yeah, you wouldn't get the majority of that would be from the seed oils.
What's good about this? What's bad about this? What's bad about this is that...
What's bad about this is it's fucking 250 grams of carbohydrates, 100 grams of seed oils, and he's missing all the key nutrients except from the milk. He's getting some nutrients, but still deficient from this meal.
29 grams of protein is an insufficient amount per meal to maximize anabolism in somebody's that's Sam's size and drug status. So being that he's on a little bit of gear, and being that he's young and healthy and growing.
Healthy? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Sam has like horrible acne, back acne everywhere, chest acne and so on.
Something to the tune of 50 grams of protein per meal would be possible to maximize anabolic response. Also, with 107 grams of fat in the equation, 243 grams of carbs, the slowness of the release of the digestion products into the bloodstream means that per unit of time for the minutes and hours after he eats this meal, the amount of protein that leaches in, amino acids leach in, eventually get to the muscles, is actually very, very small. So for a meal...
This is not true. Actually having the fat there is just going to slow the absorption. It's still going to be the same amount of amino acids that get absorbed, and in terms of the anabolic effect, it's actually going to be very similar or even a larger net anabolic effect when it comes to the muscle protein synthesis. It's going to be prolonged for longer, and also the insulin levels, which will raise from the protein, is going to be a lot more stable. Over time, it's going to be more of a stable bump, and it's going to be higher for longer, but not as high of a peak, but higher for longer. And that's going to make IGF-1 levels in the blood stay higher for longer. So it's actually better for growth if you if you have fat with protein.
With this many calories, 2,000 calories, and this
Who cares about the calories? Doesn't mean anything.
much fat and carbohydrate, I would actually probably double the protein in order to get it to be enough protein so that the over time leaching into the amino acids of the blood is sufficient, which means like, yeah, man, like 100 grams of protein would be good. 200 grams isn't good enough.
When it comes to my dieting, not style, but maybe theory, if you could call it that, calories is the #1 factor.
100%.
0%. Calories literally play zero role in body composition or any biochemical mechanism in the body whatsoever in animals, because we don't combust food, we're not a closed thermodynamic system. Watch my video on calories, right? We process food chemically.
So true.
No,
It's
wrong.
two things control 70 or 80% of diet outcomes, especially for
Okay, nice random opinion.
body composition, gaining muscle and losing fat. Total calories and enough protein. The ratio of carbohydrates to fats means something. It matters, but much less.
No, first of all, you should prioritize fat and protein in the diet, and then calories should be all the way off the chart in terms of most important aspects of diet, because it plays literally no role in how food is processed. So whatsoever, like no role in the body whatsoever. You don't consume calories. This is a stupid opinion. Okay, what if my opinion was the amount of smegma in the diet is 70 to 80% of the diet outcomes? Like what? Okay, nice opinion, bro. Based on what? Literally, he doesn't name any mechanism or anything. Just says random bullshit.
And then the digestion speed means something. It matters, but even less so. And the micronutrient content, generally, the amount of
This is the most important, the micronutrient content, when it comes to actually aspects of diet, in my opinion. Of course, but I can actually underpin that. And in terms of body composition, it's more about the timing of food and the actual macronutrients, like how you balance protein and fat with carbohydrates. That's basically all that matters. Your metabolism, so that's based on your environment and so on. So there's a lot more than that. But yeah.
fiber,
Wait, what?
chemicals.
Okay, so micronutrient content is the least. If he thinks that fiber and phytochemicals are micronutrients, then I would agree, because they're not. Fiber is an anti-nutrient. It blocks 30% of enzymatic activity, so it actually blocks the absorption of nutrients. It's an anti-nutrient. And in terms of phytochemicals, they're toxic. They've been shown to be toxic.
Vitamins, minerals, etc. How healthy the food is matters for long-term health, but it matters for short-term losing.
Yeah, how healthy the food is based on what? Fiber, phytochemicals, vitamins, and minerals. And how healthy the food is. What does that mean? How healthy the food is?
Fat or gaining muscle, much less. It's important, especially long term. But if you have a day where you're like kind of out and about and everything's kind of chaotic, grab you some Genius shots and get yourself enough protein. Make sure to get enough calories from anything you can find, and you're all the way to 70 or 80% of knocking out your day. And you don't have to have the exact prepackaged broccoli, chicken, rice meal.
You're fucking 0% of the way there. If you're tracking calories in the first place, bro.
Or whatever. Why am I putting my foot down on that? First of all, because Sam is completely correct, respect where it's due. And people will not be able to get their perfect meals in, and they'll just like abandon ship. Like, I'm traveling today, and they'll have like a cookie and later 3 slices of pizza, and they'll pass out in their own vomit. And you're like, you could have just had enough protein and just whatever calories that came in and gotten 70 or 80% of the way there.
Just get enough protein, bro. Just get your calories.
You know what I'm saying? It's a big deal.
Fucking, what is this? It doesn't have to be chicken, rice, and steamed broccoli. Okay, chicken as in chicken breasts. So no vitamins A, D, E, K2. And then you have rice, which is just carbohydrates, arsenic, fatty acid, lectins. And then you have steamed broccoli. Broccoli is really bad for you. Yeah, it literally has isothiocyanates like sulforaphane, which bind to proteins. And then you've got goitrogens, which block the uptake of iodine into the thyroid, which will cause very bad thyroid problems. Like, why do all these bodybuilders talk about broccoli? Like, it's literally one of the most poisonous things on earth.
And if you've been to school before, you know how much, like let's say you have 10 quizzes during a semester. A 0 on a quiz really drags your grade down. A 75% on a quiz, if all of them are A's other than that, man, like it barely affects anything. So, you know, your result of a...
You can't quantify how much, like, you can't rate someone's diet based on percentage if you're talking about, like, protein and calories and whatnot. And it's just, this is just, like, his random opinion. It's just fucking retarded.
15-week fat loss diet or muscle gain diet is kind of like a semester-long grade. And if you're aiming for an A or A- on your diet results, you can deal with a bunch of days in there. There's zeros where you didn't get enough calories in, or way too many, depending on the context, and you really undershot your protein. Those zeros affect your results a lot. And obviously, all you can do is pick back up and do your best, but the shit has an effect. Whereas if you got enough protein and roughly hit somewhere within 500 calories of your goal, man, like that's basically a win. It's not a capital W win, lowercase w win, but they all add up. So it's a big deal to remember that
the calories literally have no effect on body composition whatsoever.
Sam Sulek is totally correct. You get enough calories, you attend to your protein.
He's totally wrong.
Should you concern yourself about the other stuff? If you have the bandwidth, absolutely. With the RP Diet Coach app,
just get enough protein, bro.
Meals all planned out for you. We have exact macros per meal, and calories and protein all accounted for. So if you want that next level, RP Diet Coach app, link in the description, all that stuff. It's great. I use it every single day of my routine. Make most of the difference anyway.
Crumble cookies.
Scott, are these our friends, the Tren twins?
Hey, yo.
Hey, the Tren
We haven't seen
twins.
them on the channel in quite some time.
We haven't.
Site.
It is a welcome
Welcome
sight.
home, boys.
My guys, they're looking jacked. They're looking Italian tan.
Looking very
I love it.
swole.
Let's hear some shit.
Look at their arm size.
Hey.
They're getting big.
Hey, how fucking huge.
Crumble cookies. Sushi. Processed foods. Seed oils. 5 main things if you want to get jacked.
Woo! Especially seed oils, they get you going. I love it.
Seed oils, below that sugar, then maybe some Anavar. Breakfast, I'm just focused on nutrients.
What else would you be focused on in breakfast?
Yeah.
Maybe taste.
I'm eating different fruits, beef and shit.
Yeah,
Fruits don't have any nutrients.
that's the two important.
Beef is good, yeah. You should be focused on beef. Or other meats, but beef, yeah.
Food groups for bodybuilder: beef and shit. I've eaten plenty of shit to get jacked, so I can relate.
I don't want fucking egg whites. I want as many nutrients, good shit for my body as possible. Ghee butter is a choice of lubricant, not that bullshit.
Whoa, they went awfully Caucasian with that, right? Isn't
What? It's from India.
ghee butter something you buy after you have a retreat in Nepal and you discover your inner child?
Like
What?
every top of
Bro, this guy has some like weird fucking some weird whatever.
feed has like a picture of a mountain on it and a bird flying.
Yes.
Like I've seen some of these like
Yes, you're liberated. $9.99 for 2 ounces of ghee. You're like, motherfucking Whole Foods.
It's not a whole food though. It comes from butter, which itself isn't a whole food, which comes from milk. It's the isolated oil of the milk, the isolated fat. It's not a whole food at all.
Dude, these guys got big arms, man. How much ghee do I need to eat to look like that?
By the way, he is just butter for this.
Yeah. So fancy white people turn for butter that they rip you off on at the store.
Is this guy not white, or is he like a or something? Why does he keep making white comments? Anti-white comments or whatever.
Not that bullshit. And I don't really track anything.
I'm learning so much.
You learn a lot of this.
Yes. Okay. Well, look, their arms speak for themselves.
Whatever's in this container of meat, I don't give a fuck. I'm eating the whole thing.
Someone looks at your body in the gym. They're like, dude, you kind of look like shit. You're like, well, it's interesting. My philosophy is I don't give a fuck. Well, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, who'd you learn that from? The Tren twins.
You don't need to track shit to look good. All you have to do is maximize your metabolism, your food combinations. And by the way, I have a whole guide on this in my private community. So if you want to check that out, link in bio.
Well, how come they look great? It's not the Tren. Anyway, moving on.
You got the fruit, then you add antioxidants, then you got the avocado.
Antioxidants. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty good meal. Like, just take out the fruit, the avocado, which is a fruit, obviously. The fruit and the bread, it's a good meal. Yeah, rare steak, raw egg yolks, which is good.
With the sourdough.
I love that he's like, nutrition, this shit, just put the fucking meats in. And a minute later, he's like, antioxidants, some shit we were supposed to learn about at school. I don't know, green shit. It looks great, man. Their yolks look so orange, which white people tell me is like a good thing or something.
Again with the white people thing, like what are you talking about? Are you not white? Like white people. Like imagine this guy was saying like, oh yeah, like black people tell me fucking Kool-Aid is good for you or whatever. Like what? Like what is this guy talking about, bro? That's actually pissed me off, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, the yolk being orange can be good if it's fed a natural diet because it'll have more omega-3s, but it could also just be pigments from the farmer feeding it like turmeric and stuff. So it's not always an indicator, but if you get healthy eggs, they should be orange.
I'm not sure about that.
Sourdough bread, the
Yeah,
egg,
just no knowledge whatsoever.
eggs, the full amino complex.
I'm sorry, what? Yes, complex. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I'm just talking that shit.
Yeah, eggs have the full amino complex. Like what? What's the argument, bro?
And no utensils.
Yeah, no utensils. That's good. Good for digestion.
Scott, if aliens came to Earth and they told you, listen, we are going to give the Earth life-saving AI technology to make everyone bloom and prosper. Or if you don't do what we ask, we're going to just nuke the Earth right now. And your job, Scott the video guy, is to make Mike miserable. I have a cheat sheet for you. Shotgun sound transition emojis. Oh, what's wrong with me? Why do I hate the TikTok transition noises so much? Is it an autism thing? Is it like noise pollution for me? Coffee number 1.
Coffee shit.
And in case you missed that, it came with a ding.
Holy laugh, bro.
Lean beef patty's just funny. I love the random cough.
She's really cringe. Like insanely cringe. That says a lot about him that he thinks she's funny.
Ooh, a satanic number of calories. I love it. 666. 80 grams of carbs, 30 grams
Holy
of fat, 50 grams of
laugh.
energy. This is a really good meal.
A lot of people don't mess with cottage cheese.
This is not a good... Bro, how can you look at these numbers and say that's a really good meal? 80 grams of carbs. So, yes, first off, she's activating the Randall cycle. She's got fructose, which is unnecessary. Cottage cheese, I'm guessing. Pasteurized cheese, not too good, but like not the worst also. And then what, like some seeds or something in there? Like, yeah, it's just horrible.
80 grams of carbs, 30 grams of fat, 50 grams of protein. This is a really good meal.
A lot of people don't mess with cottage cheese.
It's awful. I hate cottage cheese. Scott, what do you think about cottage cheese?
I will never put it in my body.
It's garbage. It's like if you digested actual cheese and threw it up, it would be cottage cheese. And I think that's how cottage cheese is made.
Yeah, my girlfriend eats it all the time. I don't even want to be in the room with it.
My wife eats it all the time, and I'm like, I've actually scolded for her and threatened physical violence before. That's how she broke 2 of my fingers.
It's great if you
Yeah, his wife hits him. I'm not surprised.
blend it. It's great.
Hey, Scott, you ever try blending your own vomit?
Time to chow down on our delicious lunch meal, which is peppers.
I don't eat peppers on almost any occasion, especially if they're cut up and mixed with other foods. Yes, that is clinical grade autism.
Yeah, peppers are nightshade. You shouldn't eat them.
291 calories, 24 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fat, 30 grams. Dude, lean beef patty is knocking these macros out of the park. She's eating
No, she's not, bro. She's eating majority
really healthy food.
carbohydrates with very little fat. That's probably why she looks and sounds like she's infertile, because she's not producing any steroid hormones like estrogen and testosterone, which is what you need to be fertile, obviously. And fat, cholesterol, saturated fat are the precursors to steroid hormones. So that's why this is a shit meal. It's mostly rice, mostly plants, bro. Plant-based.
She's doing the thing. She's for sure so far like best fitness influencer diet. Not bad.
All right.
Based on what?
I'm about
But Scott, there's a cat on her kitchen counter.
Do you expect anything different?
Scott Hoon approved.
I mean, absolutely not, but lean beef, you know?
Lean
She's
beef?
great. She does what she wants.
That's how she lives.
Not in my house.
No. Well, you've drowned a few cats in your house.
To show you guys a crazy hack. 1 scoop. Now water.
Just a waste product. Like whey protein is a waste product. It's full of preservatives, artificial sweeteners, and so on. Refined sugars. Yeah, just absolutely horrible.
Just a little bit. A little bit. Ice cream.
Yeah. Okay, I thought
Oh wait, that ice cream's actually not bad. Ice cream for bears. That's a good ice cream. Don't they make that with raw milk? Or is it just milk, honey, and egg yolks. I don't know. I think they make this with raw milk, which is pretty good.
She was making whey protein pudding, which sucks, but it works for macros. And now we're getting ice cream. Okay, interesting.
I try not to demonize foods too hard because this ice cream was like,
Is the cat the next ingredient?
Oh, I hope so.
One can only hope. Blender, cottage cheese, cat. Good way to ruin some cat. Folks, there is still more video to come. But if you're a fan of coming, you can do a whole lot of that in our members section. So you can subscribe to that. Extra duration.
This guy's definitely a closeted faggot, for sure. Isn't this guy like 50 years old or something? 41. And he's making these fuck-ass jokes, bro. Grow up, man. Come on, bro.
Triple X rated versions of these videos, a ton of other content, my self-training, Jira training, tons of sciencey stuff, and a whole lot of fun.
Yes.
Geez, that cat really hated being put down, huh? Or did she put it into a blender and was that the cat blender sound?
I think it's fine to enjoy ice cream, even if it's not, you know, like 3 ingredients.
Patty, preach that shit.
Why does it matter if it's 3 ingredients? The 3 ingredients could be fucking milk, pasteurized milk, maltodextrin, and red 40, yellow 5. Like, doesn't matter what how many ingredients it has, or it could have like 40 different animals' milk, raw milk with like 20 different animals' egg yolks in it, and that would be healthy. The ingredients don't matter at all.
For a young girl who looks like she was transplanted from the early 80s, t-shirt, hair, glasses, and everything, you're making some really good points.
I've been bulking for this entire year straight, an actual proper bulk with optimized training and nutrition. And I've made the most gains that I've made in years. You've probably heard that the heavy bulking that bodybuilders do is outdated bro science, but a lot of people still do them. Studies show that even a 5 to 10% caloric surplus is enough to give your body the resources that it needs to lay down new muscle tissue.
Scott, when Canada defeats the United States in...
Okay, he's not going to say anything. Yeah, so the caloric surplus has nothing to do with giving your body what it needs. What you need for the muscles is amino acids. For minimal fat storage, you need to keep your insulin low. You need to not activate the Randle cycle because that'll cause fat storage and make the metabolism less efficient. Nothing to do with caloric intake because you don't intake any calories.
Anyone who says resources will be executed on the spot. You will be made to say resources. And your skeletal system will be replaced with a skeletal system.
Oh, of course.
I love it. I can't get enough. So Jeff is saying that even 5 to 10% surplus over the long term can give you all your muscle gains that you need with minimum fat gains. He's completely correct. So I used to do Super Bulks all the time. All I got from it was the need to do cosmetic surgery because my fat ass got so fat it couldn't get unfatted again. This is wise shit. Jeff, as usual, knows his stuff. I wish massive surpluses were required because then it would be YOLO every day. But it turns out the downside is that you shouldn't be YOLOing all the time. A few days here and there is totally fine. The upside is if you are having trouble bulking, you've been bulky for a while, you're already quite big, you don't have a very big hunger response, you don't have to stuff yourself like crazy. So if you normally like maintain at 3,000 calories, just eating 3,300 calories per day, but for months on end is going to get you as jacked as anything else, which is really good news because I used to push into the 4,000, 4,500 calories. And
Nobody has maintenance calories, surplus calories, calorie deficit. None of this exists.
Get there faster, but the there is just you being fatter and less healthy.
I maintain my weight at around 2,800 calories per day. If I eat 2,800 calories, I don't gain weight and I don't lose weight. So when I bulk, I simply increase my calories by 5 to 10% up to around 3,000 calories per day. Then I'll adjust those calories up or down, depending on if I'm gaining too fast or too slow.
Smart. Jeffrey's the man.
At 1 p.m.,
It's really dumb, actually.
I have my pre-workout meal, which is 100 grams of lean ground turkey, jasmine
Ew.
rice, Greek yogurt, shredded cheese, sriracha.
Do you say sriracha or do you say sriracha?
Who cares, bro? He's just adding back flavor to the dry, dead ground beef. And the dry seeds. Yeah, this is horrible.
Kiwi, and 100 grams
Okay, so just a lot of unnecessary fructose and plant toxins.
of blackberry.
Just carbohydrates, arsenic, and then some very lean meat, which is overcooked, which will have like 50% less the B vitamins and the amino acids like taurine, creatine, probably 0% of the vitamin C. And then you've got some pasteurized cheese, which is probably the best thing here. Very, very small amount. So you can have very minimal vitamins A, D, K2, and E in this diet, in this meal. And then you've got some red sauce, which is toxic. Obviously, chili and stuff is toxic.
This is so far a goated diet. This is like the cleanest off-season diet ever.
This is horrible. What do you mean?
After this meal, I have a pre-workout supplement, and then I train about an hour later. After training, I have a protein shake and a banana. And then in the evening, my diet becomes a lot more flexible. Some nights I'll order a pita or a burrito.
Order a pita. Did he mispronounce pizza, or is he actually ordering Middle Eastern food? It would be so refined of Jeffrey to order a pita, wouldn't it?
Why? It's like peasant food.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get sushi or Thai food, but it's often chicken, potato, sour cream.
Sushi, that's raw meat. Yeah, just again with the broccoli, like, what the hell, man?
And broccoli with a side of roasted sunflower seeds for healthy fats.
For what healthy fats, man? ALA. ALA makes up a very minimal amount. ALA should make up a very minimal amount of your fat profile. And the conversion to DHA and the conversion to DHA is around 4%. So it's just like negligible. This guy is really here eating seeds. Like picking up seeds and eating them. Think about that, how stupid that is.
Are we inclined to believe that he individually grabs one seed at a time?
Listen, they needed more B-roll. We had to switch that out.
Eat that slow.
Then before bed, it's Greek yogurt, honey, and peanut butter with a side of popcorn.
Yeah, this is pretty shit again. Just activate the Reynolds cycle. The yogurt's probably the best part. Yeah, the yogurt's definitely the best part. Just activate the Reynolds cycle. Then you've got a lot of omega-6s, linoleic acid from the peanut butter. And there's probably some pasteurized honey. So it might even have high fructose corn syrup added in. So it doesn't matter. It's just more fructose anyway. And popcorn, yeah, just a bunch of seeds, phytic acid and so on, like destitute of nutrition completely. The only good thing that he's eating all day is the dairy pretty much and the turkey, but you know, it's very overcooked, like extremely overcooked meat with no fat.
Popcorn.
This is probably low fat Greek yogurt too.
Man, this is a really awesome diet. It hits every single thing you would expect.
If it doesn't hit fat, it doesn't hit vitamins A, D, E, K2. You're getting minimal amounts of B12, B6, and definitely no creatine, carnosine, taurine when you're just eating cooked shit, like very overcooked shit.
A perfectionist like Jeff to hit. This is goals. I can't critique this in any way whatsoever. This is awesome.
If I have any calories left over, I usually have something sweet, like some candy or chocolate. Again.
Yeah, he's craving something sweet. He has carbohydrate cravings because he's always spiking his insulin, which blocks satiety hormones leptin, and that makes him have cravings. It's just so clear, yeah. Just get the sugar out of the diet, and then you're good.
When you track your macros, you can be a lot more flexible with the foods you eat.
Yeah, Jeff, you're real flexible, eating almost exactly like a contest bodybuilder, plus or minus a few macros. I kid. But like, Scott, how many times have you had like 5 Swedish fish and called it a day? Never. I need 3 bags. I also can't stand sugary candy, but if it's chocolate, I need cases.
You can even eat some junk food as long as it fits in your daily totals.
Yeah, if most of your food is really healthy, like Jeff's.
Daily totals, like fucking calories, which you don't consume at all, so it's just irrelevant.
Very classic.
Today I'm going to be getting into my...
Oh, look, a gentleman I met in prison.
He has a lot of tattoos. That's really ugly.
Heria. Excellent.
My personal diet, what I eat, and...
Again with the fucking broccoli, bro. These bodybuilders are actually retarded. With this broccoli, bro. Like, what? What the hell, bro? Like, fucking hell. Broccoli, just a bunch of... There's still a lot of broccoli as well. Just a bunch of goitrogens, oxalates, sulforaphane, just absolute poison.
Why I'm eating it. Before we get into what I'm doing...
Scott, look at him. Yes, he's so beautiful.
Oh my god, yeah, he's definitely closeted faggot.
Abs that tell me he's hard. The tattoos that tell me he's really hard. And the gorgeous face and perfect hair that tells me maybe he's soft.
41-year-old, by the way. 5'4", by the way. Bald, by the way. Okay, I'm just roasting him for no reason.
In a way that only 2 men touching would know about. What?
Yeah, it's just absolute faggot.
Yes.
So my goals are to stay lean and strong so I can build muscle and strength simultaneously while improving athleticism. And by increasing my weight and muscle mass more gradually, I'm allowing my ligaments and tendons more time to grow stronger to support the added weight and muscle.
This is a very big deal for calisthenics athletes and gymnasts and folks like that, is if they throw off their body weight by even a few pounds in a week, their movements are going to feel really shitty. And if you're doing all this really crazy body weight stuff, just a few extra pounds per week of a bloat that you maintain for a week and train through can put a lot of undue stress on your joints and really set you back a little bit. So folks like this usually benefit from eating in a way that doesn't skyrocket their body weight, but maybe gains them like a quarter or a third of a pound per week for a few weeks. Their body gets used to it, everything goes well, then they might diet some of that off, and in really smooth sloping patterns end up getting more muscular over time. If you're a bodybuilder powerlifter, you can gain a little bit faster because you don't have to have these crazy body weight reference performances all the time.
This fucking ad. Why is this random guy on my screen right now? If you want to gain muscle and shred fat at the same time, all you have to do is not eat carbohydrates, eat a lot of meat, fat, and so on.
Now, whether I'm trying to build muscle or burn fat, my protein intake never really changes. It's always going to stay around 170 grams.
I bet you weighs around 170 pounds. Smart stuff.
And for carbs, depending on my activity, it can range anywhere from 70 to 170 grams per day.
Should range from 0 to like 5 grams per day. Like, you don't need carbs in the diet at all. The only amount of carbs you need in your body, the only amount of glucose you need in the body is around like 4 grams at all times, a teaspoon. Yeah, which you produce endogenously anyway through gluconeogenesis.
That's pretty low, huh, Scott?
Yeah.
That's very high. What do you mean?
His calories are,
It's a lot of glycation.
his calorie total comes up. It's pretty surprising.
Interesting.
Now for fat, I stick to healthy fats and I have about 40 to 70 grams.
Healthy fats like what? You should be eating saturated fat for your steroid hormones. You should be eating DHA, EPA.
Oh,
Now in total for the entire day, eating just breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's going to be 2,001 calories, 75.9 grams of fat, 161.9 grams of carbs, and
It's just a bowl of plain pasta. What the fuck?
176.3 grams of protein.
it's really good for like kind of more of a contest prep vibe.
It's really bad. Protein's alright. Could be a bit higher. Carbs should be like 0 optimally, and then fat should be like 200 grams or something. Also,
Maybe he has a very slow metabolism or something like that, but typically that's not enough calories for people of 170 pound weight to gain on. If you're
okay, the calories have nothing to do with it. He could eat, like, if he activated the renal cycle chronically, which he is doing, but a lot worse with a lot higher glycemic foods, and still consuming enough nutrients that he doesn't eat himself to sustain, then he could gain weight very easily, even eating less calories than this, because you don't eat calories. It's nothing to do with that. It's about your metabolism.
170, you're gaining on something like 2,500 to 3,000 calories in most cases. So yeah, he said it first himself. Don't copy his diet, just take away the principles, which are super awesome. All right. Sam Sulek gets a vibes out of 10. I just want to be like Sam in every way. If I could be inside of Sam, that would be even better.
Yeah, just another gay fantasy. There's just another example of his closet faggotry. Yeah, Sam Sulek's diet is the worst diet you could eat, probably. Worse than vegan's diet, probably.
In that way, and even just in his skin.
His skin is full of acne, and he's extremely pale. He's extremely insecure. Yeah, he just looks horrible.
The Tren twins, they're just living their best lives.
They're again short, like you, but yeah, they're a lot healthier, so they eat a lot better.
Perfectly aware of it. Lean beef patty, isn't she great?
No, she's extremely cringe, and she doesn't eat any fat, which means she's most likely infertile.
Great diet, great thoughtfulness, very
Like, especially when she exercises, like goes to the gym heaps.
similar to Mr. Jeff Nippard in the balanced, super healthy, but occasional snack type of stuff. Did I miss someone? Jeff Nippard. 10 out of 10. Jeffrey never misses.
Like a 2 out of 10.
And then Mr. Chris Heria, very healthy, very well balanced, very thought out diet. I love the snack option. The asterisk there, and he said it himself, was don't.
You know, bodybuilders just talk about broccoli, fiber, protein, calories, and healthy fats, not eating a lot of fat. They think that eating fat makes you fat, which is dumb. They think that calories make you fat, which is dumb. Like, just because fats have higher calories in a combustion system than then carbohydrates or protein, they think that fat's going to make you gain fat when it actually just means more energy production. Even though not the calories, but it has more energy potential in the body chemically. So fats are going to produce around like between 120 to 160 ATP per gram per molecule, I mean. And then carbohydrates are going to produce around like 30 ATP per molecule, so it's not even comparable. And yeah, but carbs are what make you fat. Like, they don't know anything about biochemistry whatsoever. Disrupt your metabolism, increase the deuterium in the cell, which will slow your metabolism. Like, they just don't know anything. It's crazy. Yeah, shit video.